Hi guys, so in this video we're going to discuss how much protein do you need. Now this is a very common question I get asked an awful lot, and that's how much protein do I need to be taking, can you take too much protein? So I'm going to run that through with you now. So in terms of protein requirements, this is very person dependent and depends on your goals. So in realistic terms, what I recommend for clients as a bare minimum is a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're a 200 pound guy, 200 grams of protein. In real terms though, what I like to do is I like to push the protein up a little bit higher than that. So 1.25 grams per pound of body weight up to 1.5. So myself, I will push my own protein up to around 300 grams of protein a day. Ooh, some people think that's way too much. So in terms of protein, if there's any macronutrient you want to overconsume that you'll get away with, that's going to be optimal for keeping you leaner and building muscle mass, it's protein. Why? Because protein can be converted into carbohydrates via glucogenesis, which basically means that protein can be used as energy if needed. So if you deplenish your glycogen a lot more than you think, or a bit more fatigued, your body can use excess protein as energy. So therefore it makes more sense that if you're going to have to push one macronutrient slightly more, then protein would be the one to go for rather than carbohydrates or fats, which you're more likely to store as actual visceral body fat, which is obviously not what we're looking for in terms of a lean physique. In terms of protein as well, what we find with protein, it will actually help you stay leaner and drop more body fat. Protein also helps with satiety, making you feel fuller. In terms of splitting protein up and how much you can actually consume, if you ate, for example, 500 grams of protein in one meal, your body would digest and absorb all of that, but it wouldn't actually use it. So 500 grams of protein will get broken down into essential amino acids that could put into your blood, but your body can't actually utilize all of that in one go. Research shows that realistically you're looking to try and, depending on the person, the size of the person, male, female, body weight, you're looking more likely between 20 to 50 grams of protein per person. So for a woman, for a client, I would generally recommend for a female around 20 grams of protein. For male clients, I would be looking, depending how big they are, 30 to 40 grams of protein, or if they're slightly bigger, maybe up to 50. So myself, I tend to go for slightly larger protein size portions. So I tend to push from 40 to 50 rather than the 30 because I find my body responds better to a higher protein diet. One of the common misconceptions that people get very concerned about is having a very high protein diet can cause kidney issues. This is not correct. This is often because people tend to have kidney issues from eating too much processed shit junk food. So they'll be concerned that taking too much protein, yet they go and hammer Domino's pizza and Ben & Jerry's ice cream at the weekend. The reality is that it's not the excess protein that's causing you kidney issues, it's actually the junk food and shit you're eating the other time during the week. So that's the reality of it. So take home point in terms of protein, if you're going to overconsume any one source, if you're going for a cheat meal and you want to go balls deep on something and you want to try and stay leaner, eat as much steak as you like, that's probably not going to store too much as fat. So that would be my cheat meal tip. Rather than if you mix fats and carbs, that's quite likely to store as visceral body fat, which we want to avoid. But take home point, go for generally a minimum of a gram per pound of body weight, lean mass in terms of protein, and that's a good starting point for you guys. Let me know what your protein requirements are, what your favourite whey protein is, and your thoughts on the video. Comment below and hit subscribe.